Hello world, welcome to Psychoeducation Saturday. I'm Caitlyn and today I'll be covering all things goal setting and achieving. It's important when creating goals to remember that goals are not destinations and the goal itself will not bring you fulfillment. Goals are simply tools that guide your actions to help you prioritize and focus on moving in the direction that your highest self is being called. I'm going to share with you a formula that will ensure that you crush your goals and maybe some inner demons to prove to yourself that you are not just capable but deserving of your wildest dreams. Now let's get into it. The first step of goal setting is to understand your vision, but more importantly, your intention behind this vision. If you haven't already done this, I highly advise you to watch my last video before continuing on to these next steps, because this is a fundamental part of the process. The reason for this is because without an intention or a purpose, our goals are lifeless. If your goals are superficial and ego-driven, then you will be watering a patch of dirt with no seeds in it. You might reach your goal, woohoo, here's a gold star. But you won't be fulfilled, and no amount of hard work will make you feel full because the ego is a needy and will never be satisfied. Understand your why and make sure that it's actually meaningful, like to your soul. I'll go through these steps using myself as an example. My goal is to grow this channel. Now, an intention rooted in the ego would be so that I can be famous. But an intention rooted in loving connection is because I want to make an impact and make mental health accessible for everyone. Something I want to point out is that this is an outcome goal, meaning that my feelings of success and accomplishment rely entirely on the outcome, which in many cases is not entirely in my control. This is where most people go wrong in their goal setting. You want to make sure that your goal is entirely dependent on you and therefore is an accurate measure of your efforts and progress. Otherwise, we are basing our achievements on things that are out of our control and on external factors, which doesn't really make much sense when you actually think about it, but we do it all the time. The second step in goal setting is to create action goals. Action goals allow us to more accurately measure our movement towards our desired outcome, but it reminds us that in order to move forward, we must take action. Here's a hard truth you need to know if you want to be successful and make your dreams come true. Nobody is going to do it for you. We can get so overwhelmed by self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging thought patterns, excuses, what have you. But action goals keep things simple because at the end of the day, it simply comes down to did you do it or not? This helps you take accountability for your role in the outcome. Your commitment and discipline is your measure. A great place to start when creating action goals is to think about what habits or practices can support my goals. This is a very important thing to remember. Your only limiting factor is you. How you choose to spend your time and invest your energy will directly influence your ability to accomplish your goals. And so I ask myself this question constantly. Does this align with my goals? Which is the third step in goal setting. Make the conscious effort to align your actions with your goals. Because in the moment, you might not see how talking to this boy is distracting you from your success, but when you notice the time and energy you're putting into the situation, you may quickly realize that this time and energy can be going towards something more fruitful. You can ask yourself this question: what boundaries do I need to set to protect my energy and focus? So going back to my example, if my vision is to grow my channel, my action goal might be to post a YouTube video every day. It's an action and aligns with my intention. Now you're probably thinking, Caitlyn, so typical of you to be so ambitious and create such an unrealistic goal. And to that, you'd be right. The problem may not be that you created a wrong goal, but that you inaccurately assessed where you are right now in your journey. Remember that all goals can be broken up into smaller goals. So make sure your goals are attainable. You'd be surprised how a little effort goes a long way. In order for a goal to be attainable, you have to be honest with yourself and your abilities. This can be hard because many of us are not accurate at measuring our own abilities. It's better to set small goals and build up momentum than stress out and be constantly feeling down on yourself because you're not reaching your goals. Find ways you can make it more bite-sized or manageable. For example, the overarching goal is to post a YouTube video, but it can be broken down into brainstorming an idea, writing out a script, filming it, editing it, then posting it. If all I can do is write the script, at least I have something I can build on rather than feeling discouraged if I didn't complete the entire task. Lastly, another common mistake people make when setting goals is that they don't choose a proper time to reevaluate their progress. For example, saying, by the end of 2025, I will have forgotten my goal. Your goal needs to be time sensitive. This doesn't mean you have to be in a rush, but there should be a time limit and a deadline in the near future. People often get stuck in their actualization of their goals when they don't see the progress that they had expected. There's a concept called equifinality, which describes how there's multiple ways to approach a desired outcome. The only difference is that each route has a different cost in time, energy, and resources. So rather than get discouraged and create self-loathing narratives about yourself, connect back to your intention and try another strategy. If your plan is going to fail, it's best that it fails fast. You don't want to wait 6 months or a year from now to discover your method isn't working. These are the moments we really have to check our ego and remind ourselves that failure actually brings us closer to success. It was said that it took Thomas Edison 2,774 tries before he reached a working design of the light bulb. And to that he said, I never once failed at making a light bulb. I just found 2,773 ways not to make one. Failure is still valuable information. The way that you can fail fast and therefore succeed quicker is if you give it your all, go all in, full send. I believe that when you really want to see change, you have to radically commit to success and failure. Either way, you will have gained valuable information. Your goal is simply one way that you feel most empowered to put time and energy into. Don't get so emotionally attached to the path you've chosen. There's an abundance of ways to turn your vision into your reality. So constantly check back in, reevaluate, adapt your strategy, and just keep gathering information. As there are many ways to obtain what you want in life, prioritize what feels most accessible to you in the here and now, so that you can begin moving in a direction that aligns with your vision. My dad always told me, God can't steer a parked car. Sometimes we can become so overwhelmed or fearful of failing or making the wrong choice that we make no moves at all. As long as you are moving in a direction, this allows you to co-create with the universe. Once you are able to make the first step towards your goal, you will build momentum which will propel you further in your journey. If you'd like to dive deeper into this topic and get some individual guidance on your journey, I offer virtual one-on-one personal development coaching to anyone around the world. I've created a 4-week plan for helping people discover and fulfill their purpose. So if this is something you're interested in, use promo code intention in the interest form in the description below, and I will happily give you 25% off any of my packages. I also offer psychological services to residents of California. I'm an associate marriage and family therapist, and I accept insurance, so if this is an option that suits you, check out my Psychology Today profile and set up a consultation with me. I post daily reminders of mindset hacks and wellness tips on Instagram, so follow me at Lionlight Wellness. And feel free to send me a message. It's a great way to connect and contact me if you have questions or just want to chat. Please remember that any day is a good day to start something new. I'd love for you to share what your goals are in the comments section. And I kindly ask that if you like this video and if you found it useful, to like and subscribe to my channel to help me move towards my goal. I wish you peace, love, joy, and abundance today and every day. See you next time. Bye!